Hey spooky family, and welcome to another story time. I figured it's 12 a.m. and I have a yoo-hoo, so why not go into story time? So today's story time we will talk about the mysterious, naughty Mr. Penguin. Yeah. Well, about 3 to 4 years ago, I used to be a sales associate at the Bonton stores. I worked with panties and the kids' clothing and toys. I would call the intimate section Pantyland, because I would always get stuck organizing those damn panty tables for hours. Well, there in the toy section, we had a Melissa and Doug plush penguin that looked like this. It's a decent size. I'm 5'5", and the penguin about came up to my knee, so it's a big plush toy. Well, Mr. Penguin, as we called him there, would always be placed in random spots around the store. Teens and customers would come in and play a joke on the mysterious Mr. Penguin, whatever. Well, for about, I would say, 5 or 6 days, we had to name Mr. Penguin the mysteriously naughty penguin. I was doing my usual fitting room check. I had 4 fitting rooms that I had to check, and at night, and a customer put Mr. Penguin in the furthest fitting room, in the chair, taped an unlit cigarette to his flipper, and he was in a bra and lace panties, and sunglasses, with an empty beer can in the other flipper. Why would a customer do this? I don't know. We got a lot of special customers there, and it couldn't have been a coworker or whatever, because we were a small group and we all had to watch each other's areas, so there's no way that a coworker could play a trick or whatever. So we all had a laugh, blah blah blah. Second day I went in there, Mr. Penguin had shades on. He had a map of Canada taped to his flipper, so I'm guessing maybe the customer came over the bridge because we're up near Canada. And one of those shirts that reminds you, he was dressed like Weekend at Bernie's, like that. That's what he looked like. Third day, he had on a thong and a double D bra that was stuffed with paper and paper towels and coupons and stuff, and sunglasses. Apparently, Mr. Penguin was going through a very rough and wild phase of his life. Day 4, he was dressed up like an old lady. Bonton has a lot of old lady brands, like the Alfred Dunner stuff. Basically, whatever JCPenney sells, Bonton does too. So, old lady slacks with the elastic, and loafers, and, one of those, ugly Christmas sweaters. Even though it wasn't Christmas, but I called it an ugly Christmas sweater. It was one of those ugly grandma sweaters, let's put it that way. With the weird pom-poms glued onto the shirt to make a deer or something like that. And another unlit cigarette taped to his flipper. And the last day, we found Mr. Penguin in the furthest fitting room. On his side, sunglasses, kind of tipsy on him. Cut up Smarties on a piece of cardboard. The wrapper was there, that's how we know they were Smarties. This customer made it look like Mr. Penguin OD'd on coke. They even left a suicide note for Mr. Penguin. And it was something about how his partying ways have driven him mad and that he apologizes for the error of his ways or some crap like that. And they signed into something funny, but this has been years ago, and I don't remember it. But after that week, Mr. Penguin stood on the shelf in the toy section. He was never messed with again. So I don't know if maybe the customer was up here for tourism, because we have the Adirondacks and all that kind of stuff up here, and that's what happens. I don't know if they were just visiting from Canada for a week or whatever, what have you. But after that, Mr. Penguin never did a naughty thing again, and it was very funny. It was hilarious. It kind of made my day a little bit easier, but at the same time, it was like, bitch, I have to clean this stuff up. I have to refold these clothes. I have to rehang these clothes. Stop it! So that was one of my interesting, weird things that happened working retail. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of my story times that revolve around my time at the Bonton because there's a lot of weird ass shit that happened there. I hope you enjoyed this story time. If you want to check out my previous story time, link is in the description, and that was my Batmobile incident. I want to thank you for checking that out, and for those that have commented on that one, and I've even shared it on Twitter. And also, anything to add to this one? Nope, not at all. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to join the spooky family by giving Desdemona Productions a like on Facebook, Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter, but I'm a lazy tweeter because I quite frankly forget that my Twitter exists. But when I do sign on, I do see when you guys follow, so I really appreciate it. And that is all. I wish you guys a fantastic night, morning thing wherever you are. And cheers.